Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So tonight I want to talk about the New York Knicks a little bit. And, they're 4-0 in the OG Anunoby era. They traded away Emmanuel Quickley, which wasn't popular with the Knicks fans, and RJ Barrett gets to go back home. And, looking at these guys like Quentin Grimes, Deuce McBride, they're really taking advantage of their opportunity. Granted, tonight was against the Wizards. That was a game the Knicks were expected to win. But last night, they blew Philly out the water in a way that no one seen coming. OG Anunoby has added a new dimension to this team. They struggled on defense earlier in the year, but now you can see that they look a lot better. And Isaiah Hartenstein has been a revelation. Me personally, I liked him better than Mitchell Robinson for almost 2 years now. And it's his ability to be somewhat of a threat on the offensive end, right? Mitchell Robinson, he can protect the paint at a high level at times, but offensively and from the foul line, you know what you give up. And I think what you give up when Hartenstein's not on the floor isn't enough for Robinson to be starting over him. I think that's a part of it too, the fact that we're seeing Isaiah Hartenstein just really get the opportunity to play the five and man the middle. He's rebounding like Ben Wallace, you know what I'm saying? But he's finishing around the paint, got a soft left-hand float shot, finishing strong, two hands above the rim. And he'll make a nice move sometimes, and his defense on Joel Embiid, that can't be ignored as well. But I want to get into these topics that Monica McNutt covered. She actually covered these after the Philly game, but I wanted to know your thoughts on it. We're going to check out what she had to say about some of the hottest topics, including Quickley and RJ's departure. Let's pick.
Train ride from Philly to Washington after the Knicks routed the Sixers. It's happened with some questions, comments, concerns. I'll get to them throughout the day tomorrow before the Knicks play the Wizards in DC. I'm coming home.
Okay, so respectfully, hell no. No chance. I did think that the Knicks had a chance to win, and I said that after the... Oh no, I'm missing an earring. I said that after the win versus Chicago. I think they played pretty well versus the Knicks. Versus the Bulls. Versus the Sixers for whatever reason. But I didn't think it was going to go down like that. 30 points? What? Did you see that coming? Because I didn't. And I know we will point to three-point shooting, transition points, 33, the most since a Lakers game in 2019, the bench productivity. But don't forget to shout out Isaiah Hartenstein, defense, and the game plan, defensive game plan, just being locked in on that as a unit from the Knicks. It does also make you go, who y'all play over that win streak, Philly? Because didn't y'all play Detroit like twice? I need some further elaboration on this. Why? We don't like the nickname, or you don't? I don't understand this one. Help me understand. Help me, please. Help me, please. I don't get this one. I don't know if I've said anything on this trade. I guess I said it in the pregame show. Well, you gotta give to get, so it cost you. I think both RJ and Quick are probably really happy where they are. We all know Quick wants to be a starter. He has that opportunity. And RJ gets to go home and play ball. Obviously, hate to see those guys go. As Knicks draft pick, Quick and I sort of came into the fray the same year. It was around when RJ got drafted, but, the work had ramped up by the time Quick got drafted. I think OG moves you in the right direction, though. He's an elite wing defender. He adds much-needed athleticism. The way this team is now moving off the ball, to me, is probably sneakily one of the biggest upgrades that I did not foresee. Like, you knew you were getting wing defense, and you knew you were getting a three-point shooter. But the pace now, I'm with it. I'm a fan, for sure. My hair's flat. I didn't know it looked that crazy until the last video. I'm going to the gym. Is this true? Because y'all are ridiculous. And it makes sense. You ain't calling me Monica McTitties, that's for sure.
So Monica McNutt, man, she makes some good points when you talk about the Knicks and the progression of the team. One of the things I really thought about, because I didn't want to see Emmanuel Quickley go at first, but when I thought about it and the point he is at in his career, he wants to ultimately be a starter. That was never going to happen with Jalen Brunson on the team. And every young player, they want to be a starter. They want to have a chance to be a star in the league and earn the most money. As you all know, making these all-star teams, first, second, third, all NBA teams, all this stuff will be tied into your contract. And that's where some of those incentives and bonuses kick in. And every player, not saying he'll ever do it, but every player, if they have the opportunity to put themselves in position to start and showcase what they can do, where they're kind of given the keys to display their full abilities, they want to do that at this point in where he's at in his career. You know what I'm saying? So it was going to happen sooner or later, and you didn't want to let him walk for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that made total sense to me. As far like when I actually thought about the deal and what OG Anunoby brings, you take RJ Barrett off the team. He wanted to handle the ball, and before it was him, Randall, and Brunson handling the ball a lot. Whereas I always thought Brunson should have been handling the ball most of the time anyway. But RJ could play make a little bit and everything, but the offense didn't flow as freely as it does now. You're seeing a lot of hitter heads. I saw Josh Hart tonight against the Wizards get downhill several times. I mean, that is the Wizards, so don't think that's lost on me that it was Washington. But you saw guys moving the ball, hitter heads. You're seeing Julius Randle get the ball to the point guard a lot more, going down, posting up. And I've been critical of Julius Randle, but he's played great over this stretch he's had, even in the bad game versus Philly, right? He didn't shoot the ball well, but he didn't kill his team. He didn't take long threes to try to get himself going and hang his head. The effort was still there. He was still engaged, and he was still helpful to the team when he wasn't shooting well. And it just seems like the overall body language of this team has changed, man. Now, I do think they may be some players away still, but I love what Isaiah Hartenstein brings to the team. I don't think if Mitchell Robinson was playing, they would look this good. They're really clicking on all cylinders right now. You're seeing Quentin Grimes take advantage of this opportunity. Looks like he's finding his shot. See, this is something that only a basketball player would know. And I ain't even talking about what level you played at, But when you know you're going to get more minutes and the coach is going to allow you to play through some more mistakes, that may be all you need to start shooting well or start contributing in another type of way. And you see him really feeling comfortable out there, knowing he's going to be in a rotation, heavy minutes. You know what I'm saying? That makes a difference to a player, because sometimes when you're on a short leash, they put you out there, you're thinking and you're not playing off instinct. And anybody knows if you out there on the court, especially at the game speed they have, you can't be a thinking player. You have to be a reaction player. You react. Because if you're thinking, then, you done made a mistake that fast. But I really like what I'm seeing from these New York Knicks, man. Again, I think they're probably a piece or so away, but who do you bring in, man? Do you try to go get this superstar player that everyone thinks you always have to get, or do you try to win it like the Detroit Pistons won back in 2004? You just build a team with a bunch of great players up and down, from man 1 to man 8 or 9 on the bench is interchangeable. You can win that way too. You can win that way too, because I think Jalen Brunson is good enough down the stretch to close you some games. And I think you could get other players, that could contribute in that fashion. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.